guys, moving ahead, question number 41. Over the next 30 years, many countries are promising to move to net zero carbon, implying that household emissions will have to be cut close to nothing. A leading climate scientist reckons that at best half the reduction might be achieved through demand side measures such as behavioral changes by individuals and households. And even that would require companies and governments to provide more incentive to change through supply side investments to make low carbon options cheaper and more widely available. Which one of the following statements best reflects the central idea conveyed by the passage? Central idea conveyed by the passage we have to find. Correct? It says moving to net zero carbon is possible only by reduction in household emissions. It's a demand side rise. Wrong. Low carbon behavior in people can be brought about by incentivizing them. Yes, you can incentivize them. Cheaper goods and services can be made available to people by using low carbon technologies. Generally, low carbon technologies are expensive. Manufacturing industries that use low carbon technology should be provided with subsidies. See, not just in manufacturing industries, everything. So B is a more apt answer. So correct answer would be option B. Okay. Question number 42. With reference to the above passage, following assumptions have been made. Supply side investment in companies can result in low carbon behavior in people. Supply side investment in companies can result in low carbon, correct? People are not capable of adapting low carbon behavior without the involvement of government and companies. Not capable is an extreme statement, but kind of correct also. So I'll go for option C here, but I may be wrong. There can be potential that B can also be the correct one. But if I have to mark, I'll mark C as the answer. Okay. Now moving on to question number 43. It says which one of the following statement best reflects the most logical, rational and pragmatic message conveyed by the passage. Okay. Green economy is not possible without reusing critical minerals. Every sector of economy should adapt the reuse of material resources immediately. Circular economy can be beneficial for sustainable growth. Okay. Circular use of material resources is the only option. Only options is wrong. With the given options, I can say C is better. Yes or no? So C is the correct answer here. Which is the correct answer, guys? Option C. Done. Question number 44. With reference to the above passage, following assumptions have been made. Automobile factories are examples of circular economy. Economic growth is compatible with circular use of mineral resources. This is correct. So B is the correct answer. Which is the correct answer? B. Now coming to question number 55th. Marvelous question and an easy one. It says a set X of 20 pipes. There is an X which has 20 pipes. Can fill 70% in 14 minutes. That is 10% in 2 minutes. Simple. There is another set Y which has 10 pipes. Can fill 3 by 8. That is 37.5% in 6 minutes. That is 12.5% in 2 minutes. There is another set Z which has 16 pipes. Can empty the tank in 20 minutes. 16 pipes can empty 50% in 20 minutes. That is 10%, 4 minutes. Now it says half of the pipes of set X are closed and only half of the pipes of set Y are open. All the pipes of set Z are open. How long will it take to fill 50% of the tank? 50% of the tank fill करने में कितना time लगेगा? That is what has been asked. Now see, if X 20 pipes take 2 minutes for 10%. So 10 pipes would take 4 minutes. Or same 10%, 10 pipes. Similarly, 5 pipes would take 12.5% in 4 minutes. In 4 minutes, 10% is reduced, 10% is increased, 12.5% is increased, that is net. 12.5% is increased in 4 minutes. So 50% would be done in 16 minutes. This is something what has been asked. So correct answer option D, 60 minutes. Clear? Next question. A number n is a natural number. Then what is the number of distinct remainders of 1 to the power n plus 2 to the power n when divided by 4? Clear? What has been asked? If n is a natural number, then what is the number of distinct remainders if 1 to the power n plus 2 to the power n is divided by 4? And we are dividing this whole thing by 4, what is the remainder? Let n is equal to 1. So you get 1 plus 2 divided by 4, remainder 3. N is equal to 2, that is 4 plus 1. Correct? 4 plus 1, 5. 5 divided by 4, remainder 1. N is equal to 3, 8 plus 1, that is 9 by 4, again remainder 1. See, now 2 to the power 4, 2 has already been taken. Now every time it will increase by 4 or in multiples of 4. That means this number will always be divisible. So remainder will always be 1, and only one time remainder will be 3 when the number is both 1. That means what are the possible remainders? 2. See. Because 1 and 3 both can be the possible one. 2 is not possible. Question number 47. Let P is equal to Q be a 3-digit number. Q, which is equal to Q into 111. Clearly. What is the HCF of P and 2? HCF P and 481. Clear? Now see, 111 is basically 3 into 37. 481 is 13 into 37. Clear? That means in both the numbers, which is common? 37 is common. So HCF would be 37 itself. So correct answer option C. What is the 489th digit of the number? We have to find. C. Series that has been given is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So on. This is the thing. Now, if in this series, if I say this will keep on happening till here, number of elements are 9 and number of each is also 1. That means there are 9 digits used. Each digit of single digit, that is 9 elements are used. From 10 to 99, there are 90 digits, 90 numbers, and in each number 2 digits. So total 180 digits. So total 189 digits are used up till 99 number. We are using total of 489 minus 189, 300. Each number after 99 starting from 100 would be 3 digit, divided by 3 would be 100. That is 100 more numbers. So 99 plus 100 would be 199. The last digit would be this 9, which is option D. which is option D. Done. Next question, guys. A mobile phone has been stolen. There are three suspects, P, Q and R. Okay. They were questioned knowing that only one of them is guilty. Their responses are, P said, I did not steal. He said, P did not steal, Q stole it. Q said, R did not steal, Q did not steal. R said, I did not steal, I do not know who did it. So can we say with surety who did it? No. That means option D cannot be concluded is the correct answer. We cannot say with certainty whoever sold this particular thing, stole this particular thing. Last. See, one of the great questions that I was asked. I got at least, I'll not be exaggerating, but at least 25-30 people have messaged me, sir, this question is wrong. No, my dear students, this question is correct. I'll tell you why. I'll show you. It says there are three teams, P, Q and R. Participated in a tournament in which the team plays with one another exactly once. A win fetches a team +2, a draw 1 and a loss no point. Each team scored exactly 1 goal in the tournament. The team P got 3 points, Q got 2 points, R got 1 point. Now, how is this possible? There are 3 matches. One is between P and Q, then is between Q and R, and then is between P and R. P and Q match results into a draw. Score 1-1. Sorry, 0-0. Q and R. Q won. Q got 2 points. P and R. Wait. Draw. Okay. 1-1. If we talk about Q got 1 point here, Q got 1 point here, P got 1 point here, R got 1 point here. So Q cumulatively got 2 points, R got 1 point, P got 1 point. Here I say P1 with the score 1-0. So P got 2 points, R got 0. So cumulative of P is 3, Q is 2 and R is 1. Also, each have scored only 1 goal. Now the result of the match between P and Q is a draw with the score 0-0. Correct? The number of goals scored by R against Q is 1. Correct. So that is C. Both the statement 1 and 2 are correct. Got your answer? Moving on to next. Question number 51. It is hard to predict how changes in the climate and the atmosphere's chemistry will affect the prevalence and virulence of agricultural diseases. But there is a risk that such changes will make some plant infections more common in all climatic zones, perhaps catastrophically so. Part of the problem is that centuries of selective breeding have refined the genomes of most high-valued crops. They are spectacular at growing in today's conditions, but genetic variations that are not immediately useful to them have been bred out. This is good for yields but bad for coping with changes. A minor disease or even an unknown one could suddenly rampage through a genetically honed crop. Which one of the following statements best reflects the central idea conveyed by the passage? Global climate change adversely affects the productivity of crops. Our total dependence on genetically honed crops entails possible food insecurity. Our food security should not depend on agriculture productivity alone. Genetically honed crops should be replaced with their wild varieties. D is wrong. Global climate change adversely affects the productivity of the crop. Isn't this the whole thing that the paragraph has been talking about? So option A is the correct answer. 52. With reference to the above passage, following assumptions have been made. Global climate change can result in the migration of several plant diseases to new areas, correct? Scientific understanding of the wild relatives of our present crops would enable us to strengthen food security, correct? So C, both are correct. Passage 2. A good statesman, like any other sensible human being, learns more from his opponents than from his fervent supporters. For his supporters will push him to disaster unless his opponents show him where the dangers are. So if he is wise, he will often pray to be delivered from his friends because they will ruin him. But though it hurts, he ought also to pray never to be left without opponents, for they keep him on the paths of reason and good sense. The national unity of free people depends upon a sufficiently even balance of political power to make it impracticable for the administration to be arbitrary and for opposition to be revolutionary and irreconcilable. Which one of the following statements best reflects the critical message conveyed by the author of the passage? Which one of the following statements best reflects the critical message conveyed by the author of the passage? Without opposition parties, the administration in a democracy gets to become more responsible. Democracy needs to have revolutionaries in opposition to keep the government alert. Rulers in a democracy need the support of opposition for their political survival. In a democracy, the opposition is indispensable for the balance of political power and good governance. D is absolutely correct. Question number 54. With reference to the above passage, following assumptions have been made. In a democracy, a strong opposition is required only if the head of government is indifferent. No. The more aggressive the opposition, the better the governance in a democracy. More aggressive the opposition, extreme statement. So I'll go with option D, neither one nor two. Question number 55th. Talking about blood relation. It says P is the brother of Q and R. S is R's mother. T is P's father. How many of the following statements are correct? S and T are couple, correct. Q is T's son, not correct. T is Q's father, correct. S is P's mother, correct. R is T's daughter, not correct. P is S son, correct. So 1, 2, 3, 4 are correct. Option C, only 4 of the options are correct. Next, question number 56 with respect to coding. See, this is a direct coding with respect to the places. N is 14 position, O is 15 position, 14 into 15 is 210. NOT, that is 210 into T is 20, 4200. NOTE, that is 4200 into 5, 21,000. That is 21,000 into S, S is 19, is equal to 39,000, 3,99,000. So what is the code for notes? Option A, 3,99,000. What is the code for A? Now, question number 57, direct coding. It says France is coded as this, Germany is coded as this. How is Yemen coded? Y is 7, E is 1, M is 8, E is 1, N is 3. Yemen is coded as 71813. Option D. Question number 58. The 5-digit number P, Q, R, S and T is such that T is not equal to 0. P is thrice T, S is greater than Q by 4, while Q is greater than R by 3. How many such 5-digit numbers are possible? See, P, Q, R, as t. It says p is thrice of t, 3t, t. S is greater than q by 4 while q is greater than r by 3. If this is r, q is r plus 3 and s is greater than q by 4, that is s is r plus 7. Correct? So if I take this to be 1, r as 1, so this has to be 4, this has to be 8. I cannot take t as 1, I can take 2 as 2. This has to be 6. 4, 1, 8. I take t as 3, this has to be 9. Now if I take this as 2, this is 5, this is 9. I take this 1, 3. I cannot take it 2, I cannot take it 3 because 2 or 9 will repeat. So only these 3 are the possible combinations. That means option A, only 3 possible numbers can be made. Question number 59th. It says X can complete 1/3 of a work in 6 days. X can do the work in 18 days. Y can do 1/3 of the work in 8, that is 24 days. Z can do 3/4 of the work in 12, that is 16 days. Correct? Now, first thing, let us take the LCM. 18, 24, 16, 2, 9, 12, 8, 2, 9, 6, 4, 4, 9, 3, 1, 9. 9 4 is 36, 36 4 is 144. 2 2 is 4, 2 is 8, 18 9 is 144. Correct? Now total work is 144. So in 18 days, if they are doing, that is 8 units are being done per day. In 24 days, that is 6 units are being done per day. 16 days, that is 9 units are being done per day. Done? Done. Now it says all of them work together for n days and then X and Z quit and Y alone finishes the remaining work in 8 2/3 days. What is n equal to? What is n equal to? We have to find. They worked for 8 2/3 days, that is in 8 2/3 into 9. 3. 16, 16, 3 is the wait. 8 2/3 24 28 26 by 3 into 9. 6 is 18, 8 1 2 3 6 7. 78 unit is being done by him. Correct? It is being done by Y, guys, into 6. 52. That is 144 is total. 52 is being done by Y in last. That means 92 is being done by X, Y and Z together. Now X, Y and Z together, they do 23 units per day. So remaining 92 by 23 will give me 4 days. That means together they work just for 4 days. So option B is the correct answer. Question number 60. What is X in the sequence? See, it's a simple series. 1, 3, 6, 11, 18, X, 42. Difference 2, 3, 5, 7. Series of a prime number. Next would be 11. So 29. 29 plus 13, 42 satisfied. That means C is the correct answer. Which is the correct answer, guys? C is the correct answer. So guys, moving on to the next question. It says, question number 61. Which one of the following statements best reflects the critical message conveyed by the author of the passage? Corporate capitalism is important for economic growth of a state and also for democracy. Corporate capitalism is imperative for modern state to achieve its political objectives. No state can ensure its economic survival for long without the role of corporate capitalism. Corporate capitalism and democracy have mutual dependence for their continued existence. This is the most apt correct answer. Option D. Okay. Next. With reference to the above passage, following assumptions have been made. Corporate capitalism promotes the growth of labor force and provides more employment opportunities. Poor and marginalized sections of population are benefited by corporate capitalism due to trickle-down effect. Which of the following assumptions is or are valid? Corporate capitalism promotes the growth of labor force, correct. Trickle-down effect, correct. So C is the correct answer. A network of voluntary associations stands as a buffer between the relatively powerless individual and the potentially powerful state. It emphasizes the inability of the state to enforce its will in practice against the opposition of certain groups within it. It is cooperative organization for the promotion of the well-being and development of the personality of its members. It takes individuals out of a state of isolation and gives them a chance to participate in the common endeavor. It permits citizens to have a variety of loyalties and allegiance. C. A network of voluntary associations stands as a buffer between the relatively powerless individual and a potentially powerful state. Inability of the state to enforce its will. Cooperative organization for the promotion of the well-being and development of the personality of its members. Individuals out of a state of isolation and gives them a chance to participate in the common endeavor. See, B or C would be the more clear one. I'll go with option C where there exists a natural number which when increased by 50% can have its number of factors unchanged. See, let the number be 10. Number of factors are 1, 2, 5 and 10, 15. Number of factors 1, 2, 3, 5 and 15. Oh, 2 is not there. 1, 3, 5, 15. So number of factors remains unchanged, clear. Exists a natural number increased by 150, 6 and 15. Number of factors of 6, 1, 2, 3, 6, 15. 1, 3, 5, 15. Number of factors same? Correct. So C is the correct answer. Now question number 65th, students. There are 7 places A, B, C, D, E, F and G connected by various roads A, B, A, C, C, D, B, E, B, F, E, G, F, G. A is 6 kilometers south of B. A is 6 kilometers south of B. Then it says A is 10 kilometers west of C. D is 5 kilometers east of E. C is 6 kilometers north of D. C is 6 kilometers north of D. D is 5 kilometers east of E. Five kilometers east of E. F is 9 kilometers west of B. 9 kilometers west of B. F is 12 kilometers north of G. A person travels from D to F. He'll go from this 6 kilometers, then 10, 16, plus 6, 22, plus 9, 31. So total 31 kilometers have to be traveled. Option C. This is easy. This is basically 4 cube, 7 cube, 6 cube, 9 cube, 8 cube, 11 cube. 11 cube is 1331. Option B. 64, 343, 216, 729, 512, 1331. Clear? Question number 67. What is the remainder when this is divided by 6? See, whenever we are dividing this number 9 to the power 3 plus 9 to the power 4 plus 9 to the power 5, 9 to the power 100. First of all, there are 98 elements. Correct? Now see one thing. 9 to the power unit digit is 1 or 9. So always an odd number. Odd plus odd plus odd plus odd. Even elements will result into an even element. That will make this number an even number. Hence divisible by 2. Now 9 is common in everything. So 3 is already automatically common. That means it is automatically divisible by 3. Hence divisible by 2, 3, divisible by 6. That is remainder 0. What is the remainder? 0. Next. What is the smallest one digit number having exactly 4 distinct factors? See, this is a very easy question. The answer is 6. Why? 1, 2, 3, 6. 4 distinct factors of number 6. Do I need any of the statements for me to tell that answer? I can directly tell that answer without anything. That is, the question can be answered even without using any of the statements. Correct answer, option D. Next. It says, question, let PQRS be distinct non-zero digits. Correct? Now see. It says PQRS be distinct non-zero. PP into PQ is equal to RRSS. See, if I take P is less than or equal to 3, Q is less than or equal to 4. If I take P to be 1 or 2, it will never be a 4-digit number. So that means P has to be 3. Final. That means 33 into 3Q is equal to RRSS. Now value of Q. If I take 33 into 31, 33 into 31, 33 1s are 33, 3, 3, 33 3s are 33 3s are 99 plus 3, 102. But I need P RRSS. Not possible. Plus 31, 4, 5, 0, 1. Again not possible. Plus 31, 33. Plus 33, sorry. 6, 1056 plus 33, 9801 plus 33, 9 plus 3, 12, 2, 1, 9 plus 3, 12, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2. Clear? That means it is 33 into 34, 1, 1, 2, 2. So Q is equal to 4. Now this all information I can derive just from this. Did I use any of this? No. That means can be answered even without using any of the statements. D is the correct answer. Question number 70. How is Q related to P? Q related to P. It says P has two sisters R and S. P has two sisters R and S. R's father is brother of Q. So how is Q related to P? Do I know the gender of Q? No. So it can either be aunt, it can either be an uncle. So I cannot say anything with certainty. That means question cannot be answered even after using both the statements. Next passage, 71 question, last 10 question guys. Which one of the following statements best reflects the most logical, rational and crucial message conveyed by the passage? We must use WPI exclusively in measuring price rise and CPI should be done away with? No. The present calculation of inflation rate does not correctly measure price rise of individual item commodity. Yes, exactly what is being talked in the passage. Inflation data under present services? No. Knowledge of inflation rate is not really any of use? No. Correct answer B, using eliminating A, C and D. Question number 72. Which one of the following statement best reflects the crux of the passage? Trustworthiness cannot be expected in entrepreneurship? Wrong. Trustworthy people are the most vulnerable? Wrong. No economic activity is possible without being exposed to betrayal? Wrong. Trust is important though it entails risk? Yes. With trust comes the possibility of risk. D is the correct answer, what is being given in the passage. Next, 73. It says in a football match, team P playing against Q was behind by 3 goals with 10 minutes remaining. In a football match, team P playing against Q was behind by 3 goals with 10 minutes remaining. Team P playing against Q was behind 0-3, 1-4, 2-5, 3-6, 4-7. Anything can be possible. It says, does P wins the match? Does P wins the match? P and Q. Statement 1, team P scored 4 goals in the last 10 minutes. That is, it became 8. But maybe possibility it became 9, 10, 11 can be possible. I cannot say anything. Team Q scored a total of 4 goals in the match. It scored total of 4 goals in the match. Team P scored 4 goals in the last 10 minutes. Team Q scored a total of 4 goals. It was behind, so P was 1. It says in a football match, team P playing against Q was behind by 3 goals with 10 minutes remaining. Behind by 3, that means 1-4. Now it says team P scored 4 goals in the last 10 minutes. That means it became 5-4. So with the use of both the statements, I can say C is the correct answer. Just 1 second. Does team P wins the match? It says, does team P wins the match? See, there is a possibility. It was 0-3. It was 0-3. Now P scored 4 in the last and Q scored total 4. So it became 4-4. So it became a draw. So did P win? No. We are not very sure. So D, it can either be possible, either 1 or a draw. So cannot say anything with surety. Question number 74th. C. Is P plus Q square minus 4PQ, where PQ are natural numbers, positive? C. P plus Q whole square minus 4PQ. P plus Q whole square is P square plus Q square plus 2PQ minus 4PQ. P square plus Q square minus 2PQ, that is P minus Q whole square. Anything from square is always positive. That is, the question can be answered even without using any other statement, that it's always positive. Done. In a T20 cricket match, 3 players XYZ scored a total of 37 runs. The ratio of number of runs scored by X to the number of runs scored to Y is equal to the ratio of number of runs scored by Y to the number of runs scored by Z. See, total is 37. It can be 9, 12, 16. But it can also be 16, 12, 9. Same ratio. So can I say value 1 less than value 2 less than value 3, or value 1 greater than value 2 greater than value 3? I cannot say anything. That means cannot be determined insufficient data. D is the correct answer. Next. Let P plus Q is equal to 10, where P and Q are integers. Maximum value of P into Q when P, Q are positive integers. Minimum value of P and Q when P is greater than 6 and Q is minus 4. See, maximum value would be 5 into 5, 25. Again, if P is greater than minus 6, Q is greater than minus 4, again it would be 5 into 5, 25. Maximum value always would be 25. That is value 1 equal to value 2. C is the correct answer. So what is the correct answer, students? Option C. Consider the following number of sets, 5 numbers. Minimum value of the average of the number of sets when there are 5 consecutive indices greater than or equal to minus 5. Minus 5, minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Average 0. Minimum value of the product of the number of the set when they are consecutive non-negative. 0, 1, 2, 3 up till 11. Product 0 into something is 0. So both are 0. That is value 1 equal to value 2. Option C is the correct answer. Done. Next. The average of 3 numbers P, Q and R is K. See, there is one thing that I have generally tell people in my class. That is, if the numbers A, B and C are in AP, then B will be the average of ABC. That is something which is fixed. Okay. So, numbers are P, Q and R. R is P, Q and R. Average of these is K. P is as much more than the average as Q is less. What is the value of R? P's difference between P and average and Q and average is same. That means middle term would be K. So R is equal to K. Option A. Let X be a, see, this is a great question. Whenever we are talking about natural numbers, X cube is greater than X square is greater than X. But whenever the number goes into a decimal, X cube less than X square is less than X to the power 1 by 2. So giving that, option A is the correct answer. That is 1 only is the correct, because this is wrong, this is correct. Last question. The difference between any two natural number is 10. What can be said about the natural numbers which are divisible by 5 and listed between? See, if the numbers are 19 and 29, there will be two numbers between them which are divisible by 5. But if the number is 20 and 30, only one number 25 is there in between. So there is only one such number, there can be 2 or 1. Only two numbers, there can be 1 also. There can be more than one, correct. No such number, only C is the option correct. Correct? So guys, with this we are done with the paper discussion of CSAT 2025. I hope you like the discussion. You all are scoring good enough marks to qualify with CSAT. So that is all I pray for each and every one of you. All the very best. Take care. See you in the next class, guys.